Okay, there's not a lot of information about it, but this is courtesy of ABC Los Angeles. And this was, how many days ago was that? 2 days ago. MSN. Wow. Look at this. I want to read this one. This is courtesy of MSN. Okay. Microsoft Network. That's what that is. Microsoft. Okay. There are 6 families that are suing TikTok after kids die in viral choking challenge. This is courtesy of MSN.com. Okay. 12 hours ago. It's a 3-minute read, is what it says. Look at here. Wait a minute, y'all. There's something on here about Australia has banned social media. I do want to hear this. Okay. See what they're talking about. I had heard about that, but I want to get it from a reputable news source. Credentialed, reputable. Okay. And there's another word I used to use. I can't think of it right now. Credentialed, reputable, credible. Credible news source, not a blogger. Okay, here we go.
The question now is that the remaining stages of the bill be agreed to and the bill be now passed. Those are the questions say aye, against no. I think the ayes have it. Vision required, ring the bells, 1 minute.
We know there is widespread concern and evidence about the severe mental health impact of social media on children. We've seen very disturbing global trends in youth mental health since the rise of social media, especially for girls.
Wow. Okay. So apparently they've banned something. It says here, Australia approves social media ban on under 16. I'm assuming if you're under 16 years old, you're banned from using social media. And that's a great thing, I think. So according to this, 6 families have sued TikTok after their children died while allegedly attempting a viral choking challenge. And for the record, y'all, I was not on TikTok when all that was going on. Okay, I wasn't nowhere around. On the social media platform, I wasn't on it. The case centers on a Delaware family and 5 others from the United Kingdom. Okay, it doesn't matter where they're from to me. All of whom were late teenagers, aged 11 to 17. Their families have claimed they took part in a trend called the Blackout Challenge. I've never heard of it. No, I've heard of it, but I wasn't on here when y'all were doing all that. The Blackout Challenge. According to the 6 families, the Blackout Challenge encourages users to choke themselves until they pass out. And I'm sure y'all were probably watching them do it. I wasn't on the app, so I wasn't participating in anything like that. That's got evil wrote all over it. I got sense enough to see it. Delaware resident Michelle Ortiz says that her son, Jaden Bavell, was one of the teenagers killed while attempting the challenge. Her son died in 2020. No, I was not on tic-tac-toe in 2020. While others named in the lawsuit would pass away a year later. I wasn't on here in 2021 either, or 2022. Okay, so I was nowhere around. But I bet you y'all were. I bet money y'all were. You never left up off of here. So you were here for all of that. And yet you probably moved on now, watching something else. As if now one of them kids is dead. So I'm sure it's business as usual, right? Not for those families, it ain't. Speaking to Delaware Online, the bereaved mom hopes the lawsuit will stop other families from experiencing an early loss. Good. I'm not doing this for any other reason than I don't want another mother to feel this way. Okay? And that's her and her son, I'm assuming. Wow. It's sad. No, that's a different family. Ellen Room says that her son, Jools, died attempting the Blackout challenge. Look at there. In a separate interview with ABC Sits, she warned that the huge range of content on TikTok could expose children to concepts they are too young to understand. And I believe that. Children make decisions not knowing finality like adults do, and they bank on this. I agree with everything she's saying. The lawsuit seen by ABC6 was filed in the Superior Court of the state of Delaware. In the document, TikTok and its parent company ByteDance are accused of causing wrongful death. Okay? In fact, I guess they don't want you to hear this. Of course they don't. Matthew Bergman, an attorney representing the families, told ABC6 that dangerous content is too easily recommended to children on the social media site. TikTok has a For You page that deluges young people, young kids with dangerous material, Bergman told ABC6. In this case, dangerous choking challenges. And that is dangerous. Okay? Not material kids want to see, material they can't turn away from. Wow. That's an impactful statement. And that's easy to prove. He is supporting the families in their attempt to pass Jools Law. I hope they pass that law. Jools Law, a piece of legislation named after alleged Blackout challenge victim Julian Jools Sweeney. That's a wonderful thing. It touches my heart to know that there are decent people out there. It's a shame that it took her to lose her son. And for some people, it takes that. However, the law would require social media companies to preserve a child's online and social media data within 5 days of their death. Ooh, that's good. Because I heard that TikTok does not want to release what was recommended on the For You page for any of those 6 kids that are dead. Sounds like a cover-up to me. It sounds like a cover-up. Look at that beautiful picture of them. I don't know if she was a single mom or what, but she's hoping that it will force them to share their child's data if they pass away. That's a great, and you know what will happen? It will make them liable by law. Hypothetically speaking, if this law is passed, then let's say if another child dies, then they can gather those records for their lawsuit. Okay? So, of course, TikTok doesn't want that. Jools' mom, Ellen Room, told the BBC that the company will only be legally required to release her son's data if the court case moves to the next stage. And I hope it does. I hope it does. I want to see what my child was looking at. And if it is social media, I want accountability. Well, they don't want you to know what your child was looking at. They don't even want you to hear this. This app don't even want you to hear this. YouTube don't even want you to hear this. Okay? And in fact, against all the people on all these apps, don't nobody want you to hear anything about the flip side, the ugly side, the dangerous side to this stuff. There are monsters up on these applications. Pure unadulterated evil. The apps roll out the red carpet for them. And the things that I've seen, I can only imagine the things I know nothing about. So yeah, they need to be held accountable. She said social media companies are feeding our children harmful material. And I believe that. I mean, I see a lot of harmful stuff. I've gotten out of the loop of that stuff. TikTok told Sky News, though, that the data has likely been deleted due to privacy laws in the UK and the US, making it difficult. Well, they probably went and deleted it, making it difficult to determine exactly what content was viewed by the late teenagers. The case is still in the early stages, with the court hearing a motion to dismiss the civil case on Friday. I'm going to follow this. At the hearing, TikTok argued that the law would violate the First Amendment, according to ABC6. The tech company has also argued that the Communications Decency Act exempted internet companies from any liability for content generated by third parties, such as social media influencers. You know, the ones that a lot of y'all will go out and commit crimes for? Stalking is a crime. Harassment is a crime. Okay? Fool around and find out. Okay? And shout out to the people that are doing whatever it is that they need to do to protect them and their families from these monsters that are on these applications, which the apps allow them on here. And like I said, they roll out the red carpet for them. And in a lot of cases, they're cutting them checks to do all kind of vile, disgusting things. I've never seen anything like it. But I do see what karma does. And that part I do love. Okay, I do love that part. A lot of people are no longer alive. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, while addressing the court, okay, I think I've already read that. Yeah. TikTok's representatives argued that the Delaware-based court lacks jurisdiction over the British cases, although Bergman told ABC6 that this is not the first time foreign nationals have sought justice in a U.S. court. All right. The other families whose children allegedly died while attempting the Blackout Challenge shared similar stories to Ellen Rome and Michelle Ortiz. Louise Gibson told Sky News that her son Noah died at the age of 11 in 2021 in December. He was found unresponsive in his bedroom by his brother. Okay? Louise and Noah's sister tried desperately to resuscitate him, but were unsuccessful. These are sad stories. And I'm sure y'all were over here watching all of those blackout challenges. Like I said, I wasn't even on the application. Thank God I wasn't nowhere around. When I was checking Noah's phone, I was looking for messages from school friends. I was looking for bullying. She told Sky News, I never thought to check social media to see what he'd been looking at. That's what his mother said. Archie Battersby, Isaac Kenovan, and I don't know how you pronounce this, Maya Walsh, all allegedly died while attempting the same challenge, according to the BBC, with their families also filing the lawsuit. Okay? And good for them. Our deepest sympathies remain with these families, a TikTok spokesperson told The Independent. We strictly prohibit content that promotes or encourages dangerous behavior. Well, you weren't doing it then. How would anybody know about the Blackout Challenge if you never allowed it on the application. So that means nothing. What he just said, or whoever that is, whatever they just said, means absolutely nothing. Because the proof is, there are those challenges out there. I hadn't even heard of it. Matter of fact, I even did a video on it. I did a video about those blackout challenges. I may not have it anymore, but I definitely did one. I remember that. Using robust detection. I'm not even gonna read that. It's just some blanket statement. Okay? So that's basically it. You know? So Friday something will happen. Okay? I hope the case moves forward. And I hope that not only TikTok, but I hope every social media application is held accountable for what they allow on their applications. Okay? That's where I am with that. And over here, you get to feel however you want to feel about it. I just told you how I feel about it. I hope they have to pay a very substantial penalty. One that is so severe enough that will make so much of a dent that they're going to pull out all the stops to clean all of that up, because that's the only way they're going to do it.